Welcome to the Cubase Tranceformer. The Tranceformer plugin is a ring modulator effect, and the audio that's been sent through this effect is being modulated by an internal variable frequency oscillator, which is basically producing new tones or new harmonics. This is a really cool, creative plugin, but it's important to get a handle on the parameters because we're creating harmonics and that sound can be quite full on. So it's important to get the mix threshold right, and that's this slider over here on the left hand side. So the more we move it up, the more the affected sound is coming through the output. We can change the timing in that big dial in the middle there, so it's almost like a quantized setting, and it allows us to have a slower modulation or a faster modulation. Along the top, we can choose from a number of different types of waveforms, and some of them will allow the transient or the attack of the audio to come through. Others will give us more of a push-pull kind of swell vibe, depending once again on the speed setting in the middle. Now, the pitch parameter is quite important because that is the frequency of the harmonics that we're adding. So you can almost tune that into the root key of your track for a really, really cool effect. The depth parameter is basically the intensity of the modulation, and we can turn the modulation on and off just by using that on and off button right there. So once again, this is really an experimental plugin in terms of, you'd add it over the top of a particular style of track and you'd probably feel your way through it until you come up with something that you think is really cool, or maybe something that's really adding or giving impact to the track that you're firing through this insert. In terms of the speed, you'll notice the faster the modulation, the more it starts to have a sweep kind of vibe. So we could automate this to increase in pitch and also intensity to give us some massive EDM sweeps. And of course, as with most plugins, there's no rule over what you have to use it over. So you could use this over a drum track to add some sort of harmonic content into the actual drum track itself. Or you could use it over the top of a vocal, so as I'm doing. So it's basically experimenting, being as creative as you can, and blending these parameters so that it's not too full on, and so that it actually sits just right in terms of your music production. For some people, maybe this is going to sound crazy, but I know there's going to be a hell of a lot of people out there who see this and go, man, why haven't I used this before? What I'm doing at the moment is involving the harmonics and not the modulation component. And as soon as I turn it on, you can start to hear the modulation taking place over the top of those harmonics. This is where that modulation's really obvious. You can just hear it sort of modulating away there in the background. I'm just going to bypass this. So this is the raw audio. And now let's have a look at it with it not bypassed. So another incredibly creative insert inside of Cubase. And as always, there's plenty of engineered presets to get you on your way. Thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe to the Cubase YouTube channel for plenty more videos just like this. I'll see you there.